Good morning, and welcome to another episode of The Quote for Today. I'm your host, Michelle Frisby, and I'm so glad you're here. There's something beautiful about the way we think about growth. We live in a culture that equates progress with accumulation. More tasks, more achievements, more experiences. But what if the most profound growth happens not when we add more to our lives, but when we shift how we see what's already there? Growth is less about doing more and more about seeing differently. This quote invites us into a quieter, more sustainable way of evolving. It suggests that transformation doesn't always require dramatic action or endless productivity. Sometimes the most powerful change happens in the space between our ears, in how we interpret our experiences, how we frame our challenges, and how we understand our place in the world. Consider how a single conversation can change everything, not because new information was added, but because you suddenly saw it from a different angle. Or how a familiar walk becomes entirely new when you notice the light falling differently or hear sounds you'd never paid attention to before. The walk didn't change, your seeing did. This kind of growth is accessible to all of us right now without needing to rearrange our entire lives. It asks us to become curious about our own perspectives, to question our assumptions, and to remain open to the possibility that there might be another way to understand what we're experiencing. Morning intention. Choose one routine part of your day and commit to seeing it with fresh eyes. What might you notice that you've been overlooking? During the day. When you encounter a frustrating situation, pause and ask, "What's another way I could see this?" Let curiosity replace judgment. Evening reflection. Think of one thing that challenged you today. How might that same experience look different if viewed as a teacher rather than an obstacle? Here's a simple practice to cultivate this different seeing. The perspective pause. When you feel stuck or overwhelmed, take 3 deep breaths and ask yourself, if I were my wisest self, how would I view this situation? Trust that the shift in perspective can be more powerful than any action you might take. 2 related quotes to consider. The real voyage of discovery consists not in seeking new landscapes, but in having new eyes. And we don't see things as they are, we see them as we are. Until we meet again tomorrow, let's make it a great day.